And we're live. That seems to be a thing. Hello, and welcome to our gathering of heroes. These are the would-be heroes of the Marvel Universe, an actual play using the relatively new Marvel Multiverse 616 TTRPG system. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we'll be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, or other topics. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams will be available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. 3 quick acknowledgements. To Roll20, the official virtual tabletop of the Marvel Multiverse 616 system. Demiplane, that connects TTRPG fans to make games better with high-quality tools that enhance the way games can be played, shared, and explored. And 2 Marvel Comics, without which none of this would be happening. Let's do a quick introduction to our cast, because we have a guest today. And let's start with that guest, Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind. Today I'll be playing Cal Winters, possibly, aka Dreadfire.
D.
Hey, I'm D, or Night Wanderer, that's Wanderer with an O, and I'm playing the still perfectly normal Gideon Price.
Absword, punch through a wall, it's fine. Sparrow.
Hi, I'm Lucky Red Sparrow. I'm playing Synapse, the totally chill and relaxed and definitely not possessed superhero. Totally, yeah.
Anybody could take it. And Rhino track, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Done.
fine and good and fine.
Hello, I'm John. I actually am cognizant of my existence today. I'm playing Zan Andrews, also known as Steel Aegis, the kick-flipping... Sorry, my cat decided to jump off of everything. Yeah, Zan's totally not a common writer.
Yeah.
Yet. He might be a mech in the future. We'll see. We'll see where things go.
Alejandro.
Hello everyone, my name is Alejandro and I play Hector, otherwise known as the Red Jaguar, a wrestler who after an accident gained superpowers and is definitely not inspired by my favorite character in a certain video game franchise.
More on that later. So, when we left off, the team had decided, after a certain effort at research and understanding of various spectral aspects of things, mythological and mystical research at Solstice's abode to get food. Very mundane. Deciding to, en route, they happened upon a bank robbery, of all things. All these mundane things. All very coincidental. Where
Perfectly normal.
yeah, nothing. Where a costumed individual was attempting to break into a bank for reasons unknown. Our team leapt to the scene and joined by someone who across the street had only been working out and minding his own business, but the team has picked up the Red Jaguar as an ally because came in, fists a pummeling, and together they all made short work of the Rattler and the goons that was accompanying him. No one's questioned why 2 different snake-themed villains have been connected with Hydra, but we're
Hydra's weird. They like snakes.
do they though?
Well, if you think about it, what is a Hydra if not just a very noodly snake?
I mean, sure, that's
That is
Yeah.
the truth.
However, in order to address this particular issue, let's go to Cal Winters. Now, Cal Winters, you met Gideon Price at one point before when he came at you and your loose gathering of affiliated superpowered individuals with a proposal. Say modest proposal, but that's a completely different thing. Thank you, Jonathan Swift. To potentially ally and form a larger conglomeration of sorts, heroes, and sorry, and you were left with the thought of this potential, which, to be fair, didn't work out entirely in Gideon Price's favor because your team decided to put a pin in it for a while because the original headquarters, or the what was understood to be the headquarters, was attacked and essentially wrecked by some ne'er-do-wells. But you had an idea of sorts. What was that idea? How are we going to do it?
Well, Cal having connections to people who know people who can call people. Wanted to look into this Gideon guy because he didn't necessarily trust that some very plain, well-meaning, well-to-do gentleman whose only subject matter of interest seemed to be having lots of money didn't have something else going on. So, in addition to that, the pitch of, would you like to join my superpowered team of friends? We have a hideout. Well, we did, but it got wrecked by Hydra. But we're going to have another one. He decided to check into Gideon to see who he was, if he had any skeletons in his closet, and maybe why someone was after them. So he reached out to a military connection and asked him to run some names through Interpol and other things to see if anything red flaggy came up. Honestly, mostly just learned that he's a Nepo baby, and not much else, but may have gotten some information about some of their adversaries.
Yeah. So when you talked to your associate, when he did the bit of a dig for information on Gideon Price, he sort of did a bit of a dig as well. When you asked him about basically to kind of peek on Interpol, he also mentioned there was a couple of guys. You might want to keep an eye out for this sort of thing. There's a couple of guys out there, kind of bad seeds. They're known for gun smuggling. One of these guys is like terrorist cell activity. This is kind of bad news. I mean, but apparently they're conglomerate. They're amassing. They all seem to be popping up in Seattle.
Yeah, that's concerning. We don't want that in Seattle. That's,
I mean,
my city.
there's a that clandestine organization they seem to be affiliating to is Hydra, which, you know, half the time nobody really knows to take it seriously. Spooks or goblins or, you know, ancient Nazi whatever mysticism something, but they seem to loosely affiliate. These ones all seem to have been connected to it, or made mention of it. So it's sort of a weird coincidence. What's even more bizarre is that all these individuals apprehended recently, within the past couple of days, the authorities seem to have picked up a bunch of, a good half dozen of these various, mercenary types and soldiers for hire of sorts, but all seem to be connected, all seem to be wearing the paraphernalia. Hydra, weird symbol or whatever, but they all seem to talk about serpent solutions, some kind of contact arrangements. So I don't know what's going on out there, but I don't know. Keep your head down.
Yeah, for sure. What is it with people on snakes? I've been chasing a gang around. It's snakes, serpents, something.
Why's it got to be snakes?
Right.
The snake in the plane, Jacques.
So, given that information, I think he's going to maybe head out and try and sort of track down Gideon and crew and arrange a meeting, or just keep an eye on them and see what they're up to for a day or two to see if they get jumped again. He's still skeptical. It's like, what are they involved in that somebody with these connections is like coming after them, and do we want to be associated with that? But also, I don't want those people in my city, so I'm willing to help if it comes to it.
Sure. Now, how would we find Gideon Price, other than the fact that, dude owns a bunch of buildings? That's the key. Yeah, he left you a number, though.
Yeah, I think we have a contact number because we were talking about joining him.
Yep. He would definitely have left a card.
Yeah.
One of those
probably
embossed black. You turn it, the reflective coating sort of shows up like a hologram. Turn it away from the light, and it's just a black card.
Remarkably technologically adept for someone who hates technology.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it has his whole telephone number on it, just one.
That's the one.
They have an RFID.
The first number.
Swing it over
The first
smartphone.
number ever to be called.
I bought it from Bell himself.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
Bell's an egotist. His was 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, Cal.
The discussion was a null sum.
Oof. I think Cal would text and just arrange a meet with Gideon and whomever else he might want to include in the conversation. Just that I have some information about your problems. And then would intentionally post up outside wherever they're meeting and just hang out for a bit and be late so that you could see who shows up and if they're being followed.
Are you going to show up in like full dread?
Oh, no.
It's just evil specter.
Yeah.
Just Spawn hanging out on the corner, peeking over.
Spawn.
Looking over. at
Mama,
trash can.
why does that man look weird? Don't look, honey. That's just Spawn brooding in the corner.
I mean,
Sitting on the top of the corner of the cafe, like Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a distinct disadvantage to having your secret identity also be really obvious and
yeah.
not appropriate for daytime activities.
Just like,
It's
I
fine.
will have a caramel drizzle latte.
Exactly. Where do you keep the bear claws?
I mean, I think we're going to dinner, so we could probably
definitely.
meet up
Gideon would
on
definitely
Steakhouse.
have-
Come for dinner.
yeah.
Sure.
neutral place.
What does the undead ghost have? What kind of steak? No, Gideon is taking everyone out for dinner, and so he would have, after getting a text and sighing and spending a minute contemplating the
I thought you were going to say spending a minute.
the dreadful
responding with text
fate
with
of
the
having
button
to
presses.
deal
555
with text messages
22
when there is
44444.
a perfectly functional phone on each end of the communication. He would have sent a voice. No, he would have responded with an address, information that it is a dinner. Please do not wear a tracksuit.
I think I own a tracks.
That you know of.
You judgy
That's
motherfucker.
Well,
You don't even know what he normally wears, but no, you're like, nah. He needs the reminder.
Yep. No. Look at who he's going to dinner with.
I'll have you know,
Hey,
Synapse is the height of
put on a
fashion in her
shirt.
cat ear.
Hector put on a shirt. Come
I put on a full suit and
I
tie.
know.
Hector is absolutely up there with the approval points. Like Hector, at this
Rest
point,
of you
Hector is the
know-
most likely to inherit something in the case of Gideon's death.
We've met for a total of 5
I like
minutes,
that.
and I'm
Now
already
my son.
Gideon's favorite.
Were you Rachel Ghoul? I like this one. It's now my son.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is also very unlikely that anyone will inherit anything because the eventuality of Gideon's death is an unlikely
It's so
one. but-
low.
Yes. Unlikely.
Yes, it is highly unlikely. Absolutely. Never happened so far.
So you get an address. You look up the address. It is, in fact, a steakhouse.
is it like we talking black tie or just like a decent restaurant?
Yeah, it's. I mean, they probably won't appreciate you if you actually did wear a tracksuit.
Right. Yeah, he would dress nice enough to blend in, but he's not putting in a ton of effort. It's just doesn't like calling attention.
Shirt and over sweater. Got it. And as everyone's a couple minutes into the meal, Al Winters arrives on the scene.
So as I was sort of waiting for people to arrive,
Oh, wait.
Fashionably late after seeing
yeah,
them
well, you
arrive.
have to make an entrance. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. No, just curious. Yeah, we would have waited for them all to show up, or at least people that he recognized or knew of, so that he knew they were there, and then sort of watching to see if anybody's casing the building or if they're being followed or anybody's watching them before he goes inside.
I like to imagine that Synapse is not sitting normally. Like, she's
She's in a high chair.
no, but she does have her like one leg kind of tucked out with her arm resting on top of it as she eats, kind of thing. I maintain that bisexual people cannot
I was
sit
about to
normally,
ask
as I am
if
one.
it was the
So-
bisexual posture. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Accurate.
the bisexual posture.
Having known many bisexual people during college, this is accurate. Not a single one of them
Yeah.
sat normally.
You're sitting like cross-legged on a chair.
Yeah. She does have the criminal phones. She's not really eating at the moment. She has all the phones that she nicked kind of out in front of her, and she's using her phone to hack into them.
Wait, you're hacking into all of our phones?
No, the
criminal
phone she
phones.
stole off
Okay.
the guys that were robbing the bank.
The Nazis.
Yeah.
Do I notice this?
Oh, it'd be pretty obvious that she's put phones all across in front of her and she's got her phone
Do
in her
not
hands.
play with your phone at dinner.
To be fair, I think she's playing with other people's phones.
Do not play with any phones at dinner.
Kind of unhygienic, honestly.
Synapse does not look up at you. Does not even respond. Does not even, actually look up. I am attempting to figure out exactly who and what these phones were used for, other than our little entertainment tonight. So, if you would like me to continue doing that so we have a lead.
I would
Maybe
love
we-
for you to continue doing that after dinner.
What does he think he is?
I'm kind of impressed that these would be like their work phones or something. Like that guy straight up has an anime background.
I know, right? It's not that I
Very
find anime-
unprofessional.
Exactly. Why would you have that on your professional work phone?
He's a street thug. What are you exactly?
I imagined a bird phone, but no. Is
To be
Gideon going to press this? Because she's still not looked up. She's still tapping into her phone, trying to hack into these things. Is he going to try and?
Synapse.
He is. He is going.
Oh no.
Gideon is going to let out a sigh with the judgmental weight of 200 years of experience.
Only 200? You're being nice.
That is a 13 with a 2 on the marble die.
Okay.
I'm going to reach over my several plates of food at this point and tap Synapse on the shoulder.
No. There's no several plates of food. The dishes get as soon as they're empty, they're gone.
No, you don't. No. Allow me to
You don't
explain.
understand.
When Hector sat down and the waiter came over and asked him what he would like to eat, he proceeded with a completely straight face, said this, "Yes, I would like 10 of these tomahawk steaks. Sorry for my stutter. 10 of these tomahawk steaks, a appetizer bowl for the table of Caesar salad just for myself, and also each steak I would like to have a side of asparagus and a side of the loaded mashed potatoes with extra mashed potatoes."
I respect it.
And you
I
see to
respect
proceed him, it gets on there, and he's eating properly with proper etiquette, but the speed and amount he's eating should not be possible for his size.
Where exactly does the food go?
So you just reach over and tap Synapse.
Would it be possible just to avoid a fight if you finish some food before you continue hacking?
Who is this person? Why does he want you to listen to you?
And I push over a side of mashed potatoes.
She looks at it for a long moment. Then, do you have any gravy?
Lifts up his those malt shakes. He lifts up
yacht.
a malt shake of 2 different types of gravy, extra salted, less salt.
Extra salt, please.
Moves
But
it
with
over
that-
closer.
She is going to collect the phones back up, put them into her little bag that I swear to God acts more like a little bag of holding for all the shit that she can fit into it with packing. And I maintain that I can fit a lot of stuff in my bag, so this is entirely reasonable for her to be able to do. And she just kind of puts it all away. See? All right, I'll eat. Fine.
Thank you very much.
She does immediately. This is actually pretty good. Also, why are we being watched?
Eh.
I'm going to.
We- Me and Aegis immediately turn over and
Yeah.
just see them brooding over there.
Yeah, it's like, don't look. At what?
Oh, look, but we're
just points over towards Cal, who I assume has been watching us this whole time. It's like, do we know him?
Yes, I invited him.
Should we have ordered him a plate?
He is the
We should
person
order him a
whom
plate.
he is the person whom the extra seat was set up for at the table.
Hey, we saved you a seat.
He's like, oh god.
So as he's walking in proper to sit down, he's going to be clocking exits, roughly how many people are in the building. Does anybody look armed? And then making his way to the table.
Gideon is going to stand up and like offer a hand for shake, like very proper.
Yeah, he'll return.
Um,
Yeah.
Hector would probably do the same thing, honestly.
Zan's gonna do it too because now he feels socially pressured.
Best part is Synapse isn't, and it's not because
Yeah.
she's being rude. She's
She
comfortable.
doesn't even. Yeah.
Yeah. She looks up and smiles. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Right. So I've met Moneybags. Although, did you ever actually tell us your name? I mean, I know your name, but I don't remember if you told me or if I just.
I
found
did,
out.
yeah. I introduced myself.
Well, it's nice to see you again, Gideon.
Likewise, Cal.
For everyone else,
I'm happy you've been able to make it. Please, take a seat. Order anything you like.
sure, yeah, no, I appreciate it. As for everyone else, I'm Cal. Pleasure.
Hector.
I am Zan.
Serafina? Do you want some mashed potatoes?
You know,
Like
that
how-
doesn't sound too bad, honestly.
Just gonna
Like-
pick up the plate the waiter just brought over and hand it over to him with the steak and mashed potatoes and the asparagus.
So I didn't realize it was a family style restaurant.
It's
that's
not.
great.
Yeah, that whole quarter of the table is his, I think.
I respect it.
How weird is Synapse gonna be? Synapse gonna be pretty weird. Fuck it. She's gonna look up and just be like, I don't mean to be intrusive, but what kind of phone do you have?
That's an interesting question.
Please tell me it's more technologically advanced than Gideon's.
Say a Nokia.
Say a
Oh,
you know
on
a Nokia.
yeah, I understand that. I'm not. I mean, I'm not as old as Gideon, but based on well, I mean that's an assumption. I apologize.
No,
No,
worries, you're
Gideon's
not.
old as shit.
Yeah, no.
I may not be the youngest person in the room, but yeah, no, I have this iPhone 12 or something.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good. It was made this century.
Is that partly like is that a membership test for the club?
No, it just saves me a headache. I have a particularly proclivity towards technology, and having an interface with his technology gives me a headache. And if you're going to be joining the team, it'd be nice not to have that headache if I needed to contact you by your phone.
Yeah.
He refuses to answer texts. Yes.
Give me a vigilance.
Yeah, so-
A vigilance check. Fuck. Alright. Fuck it, we both. 9 with a 3 on the marble die.
Oh, 9. All right. Carry on. No, nothing happens.
Talk
Nothing
amongst
happens.
yourselves.
We see
To be-
nothing.
To be
No,
fair,
no.
he answered my text. I don't know.
At that, she's going to put
You're
her
like,
fork,
what?
her spoon down, just like it clatters, and look over at Gideon. All this time, you knew how to answer a text, and you refused to do that?
I
Are you
always
kidding
knew how
me?
to answer texts. I was there when texting was invented.
And yet you still couldn't manage it. No, you have to call me and leave me a voicemail that I'm going to have to go back and listen to.
Yes.
Also, texts weren't invented that long ago, so that's not really
That's not a huge.
That's not a huge.
I'm just saying.
That's the point.
Don't you have? I mean,
Like
I'm pretty
everyone
sure-
was there when texting was invented.
Well, no, that's not true, but close enough.
Yeah,
Literally
close
in the
enough.
room.
Yeah, I mean, you can get your voicemail to text. That's how I look at mine. I don't ever listen to voicemails. That's weird.
I should figure out how to do that. I
And
hate
do that.
voicemails.
It drives me up the wall, though, because it takes extra time to process. Because I am the communications expert on this team, and that Nokia gives me a headache.
You got that? Okay. Look, we could really use a communications expert because we are not good at communicating. That's
Oh,
a plus.
This
I'd be
is
happy to
something
hook you
that
up.
I have seen and identified as a very good thing about the idea of joining our teams is that there are many holes that can be filled.
So
Gideon
wait, are
says
you on
that.
the are you teamed up with the lass with the hubcap?
Nevertheless.
Yeah, we work in the same circles. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her.
Very
Sorry.
go get them kind of spirit.
There's someone who has a hubcap who calls himself Liberty Lass.
Oh,
Yes.
she's lovely. Actually, no, I don't think I actually met her. I think I was
Hector's like,
completely zonked
what?
out at that point.
Technically,
Yeah, you were
wouldn't
pretty
know.
possessed.
Yeah, I was psycho, and then I got tranked, so I never met Liberty. Never mind.
No, Hector is like in his brain. He's trying to go through. Okay, these names make sense to me because a wrestler, but he's trying to go. Damn, that would actually be a pretty good character for a thing if I ever get back into the wrestling.
Yeah.
But
Dang, that's
on
a
that
good gimmick.
You mentioned you guys had. Oh, were you expecting somebody else?
At this point, flight thing. We'll be back in 5.
Oh boy.
I know. Stop recording. And we're back with an almost full complement.
Woo!
Joe, introduce yourself real quick. Who are you?
Hey everybody, my name is Joe, better known as DJ Torador or Nullifier on the interwebs, and I'm playing the Seattle-based webhead Spider-Man, Brown Recluse. All-around lovable guy, OnlyFans model, foot content creator, and a lovable, cool person who just loves everyone, doesn't hate people.
Where has Brown Recluse been? We went to dinner with everybody.
Yeah, I had a call, went to the bathroom, got a little lost in talking. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try. I got a lot of money from those last foot videos. I'm going to buy everybody a drink.
And as you're there at the bar,
Mm.
you notice Zan calls out to someone, and a respectably dressed individual, casual but professional, the collar shirt, the sweater, walks over to the table of all of you, introduces, and sits down.
Hurry up on those drinks, hon. How much later we got?
Sorry?
Can you hurry up on those drinks? Also, make sure you get like a virgin strawberry daiquiri. I got a friend who's like, she'll probably freak out, but I'm gonna tell her it's alcohol because she's gonna get.
I gotcha. Yeah. She a minor?
No, she's just
Fair enough. I don't know. You guys mixing the drinks and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to have Synapse have less control right now. That would be bad.
However, a drunk symbiote would be hilarious.
I would imagine that it would just absorb it the same way it absorbed the fucking trank.
So she'd
So
be
it'd
fine.
be fine.
I'm happy with you, but
I'd be drunk as fuck. The symbiote, it's not even a symbiote, but whatever it is would be like having to deal with a drunk Synapse, like
The
trying
precious.
to pop it.
It's just the friend like helping you into the car, like trying to get you home. It's like, no, 1 foot in front of you. You got it. You got it.
I gotta
look
pee.
at
There
you
we
like an
go.
automaton.
Also,
You need
yeah,
to throw
it's
up.
also bartender. If apparently there's someone else at the table, get a dark and stormy.
Of all people to get a dark and stormy. Can you make it more broody this dark color? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he mixes everything up, and he's like, "Do you want somebody to bring it over for you?"
I can do it.
Okay. Here's a
Yeah.
trick.
Oh, thanks. And I'll just like, yep, and walk over.
Like, flip them all over and then catch them.
Now I want to know who gets
Toby
what.
Maguire style.
Yeah. All right, everybody, fellas and fella friend, and hello.
Hi.
Who the fuck are you?
That's a good question. Most people just call me Cal.
Ah, I like it. All right, Scooch. Come on.
Sure.
Oh, Synapse, I got you a drink. It's
What is it?
good. It's a strawberry daiquiri because you're extra sweet.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you.
No problem. And
She just
that,
brings it up to her nose and she sort of sniffs it like,
dude, that's a lot of meat.
I have vegetables. Calm down. And I hold up the actual, like the appetizer bowl of salad
bowl
that's
of-
already empty.
Wow, why do you sound like Gideon? It's scary. Okay. Are you the sugar daddy now? What's going on?
I'm sorry, was Gideon the sugar daddy of you guys?
Pretty much. You bought.
Hmm.
Never
I'm
mind,
gonna
never mind.
at that
A
point
what?
I'm gonna take my phone, flip it around so he can see the contact name for Gideon, which is Glucose Guardian. I'm gonna maintain that Raylan told her what that meant,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she has it.
Brown Recluse. Nice to meet you.
Oh, the one from the papers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
Oh, you heard of me, right? I always get my good side. I always get my good side. I love it. I've
Yeah, you
been
can get
working
some-
out.
getting some attention. Yeah, that's
Good. Is it the ass? Because I've been really doing a lot of my squats.
that helps. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. See, I've been doing this for a while, man. I mean, I don't want to be swole like, this guy, but like, fit.
While he's distracting Cal, not that I'm waiting for that, but while this is happening, can I use my technopathy and try and reach out to Cal's phone?
You absolutely
Yes.
can.
Yes.
Give me a logic roll. Hell, give me a vigilance check.
Do I have edge on this, just as a thing?
You normally?
Just as a thing. Just
Just as a
just
thing.
have it. Can I
Are
just
you
have
edging?
it?
No. I have
Because
false
you're being-
information.
Are you
Character has
edging?
a logic check on having to do with knowledge. Since I know how phones work and I know this particular model. No, I'm not going to get it. That's fair.
Attempts
That's
were
fine.
made.
Attempts were made. I mean, to be fair, like, unless it's doesn't matter. I got a 12 with a 3 on the Marvel die.
14.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
See,
So-
you can notice.
You reach out the way you always have. And I don't know, this time there's a give me a vigilance check as well.
8.
Excellent.
Did a 2 on the
Really
Marvel die.
oblivious when
Fuck
you need
me.
to be on. Okay.
Oh, God.
There is not, you don't notice anything different about this time or any other time. You've done this dozens of times, dozens of different devices. And you reach out. And it's hard to describe this without you actually noticing the fact that your rider is helping you. And what you do end up noticing is that Cal, specifically, what you notice, or specifically what do we call him? Gary. What Gary notices. What is that? And you look sort of almost like perceptibly your peripheral out of the corner of your eye sort of thing, and you see almost like this little tendril, wispy, black, inky darkness reaching, trying to touch your phone. Not on my watch. And sort of your phone vibrates. The rider, Synapse's friend, recoils. And you were, Synapse, unsuccessful. And you're like,
Interesting.
that's never happened before.
So
Interesting.
did I know would I have noticed like where it seemed to be coming from? Like
I
Not
would
really.
think that as soon as the rider flinched in her brain,
But-
she would have flinched too.
But Gary's looking all over the place. He's like, where did that come from? What is that? What was that? That wasn't natural.
yeah, that was
Do
weird.
I perchance notice any of these interactions? Like not the parasites, but do I notice the two of them reacting to things that are not actually happening for the rest of us?
The rest of you essentially notice Cal's phone vibrates as if he's getting a phone call, and Synapse jumps as if startled by the vibration.
When Synapse jumps, Hector's gonna look up from his food and just look at it and say, "You good?"
Yeah.
Picture him eating with his hands, but somehow not.
Yeah.
This very, very, very large,
Perfectly
like,
refined.
refined, cutting everything else with the
He's like
perfectly
this. You
bladed
good?
knife, but the pieces are like this big, and he's just like chewing them off the.
Hey, Cal.
Yeah.
I got you a dark and stormy. Here you go.
Nice.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah. Get in. I got you a beer. They don't have the 1860 stuff, but they just got you a regular beer.
You could have gotten an old fashioned.
We have one at the table.
Did he just make a pun?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
I was like, is my
Just like-
alcohol not worthy of your taste buds? Like, wait, I know how to do this.
Technically, it is not your alcohol.
Sure, you wound me, sir. Surely you jest.
I will very gladly participate in a duel against you, if that is your wish.
That escalated quickly.
Not gonna lie, that kind of turned me on. But yeah. So we're not doing that because this isn't, 19th century.
There is the subtlest quirk of Gideon's mouth. He made a joke.
We're so proud.
I know, right?
Hey, Zan,
Meh.
checking on you. You okay?
I'm doing good.
You want a bit of this mimosa? I know it's not noon, but it has orange juice in it.
Oh, I don't drink.
Oh, it's a spicy water. There's lemon in it.
Do you want to try some of my drink? She'll hold out I imagine she's been sipping the virgin strawberry daiquiri, and holds it out. No alcohol.
I'll take the Zan.
No, I'm good with the nondescript house soda that they have here.
Okay, that's fine.
See.
Everybody's good. The steak is really good. You should pace yourself, Mr. What is your name again? Rar? Rar?
Oh,
Hector.
he looks up Hector.
Hector. Nice. Pace yourself. You really got him 10 steaks.
I ordered first,
He did.
Okay.
and to be fair, this is me pacing myself because I want to be polite since someone else is paying.
Random wild question. How many of these bad boys can you just eat in one sitting?
He looks up for a second and seems to be counting. Are we including sides or just the steaks?
Just the steak, the meat.
18 to 20 if I trained like I did today.
That's
You
a lot.
train- You train how to eat more steaks? That's
No,
you
I
train
work
for
out
that.
for a total of 15 to 16 hours a day.
He's
That's
kind
so
of a
much.
block of muscle.
All right.
Welcome to life as being a wrestler.
I don't wrestle, especially not that way.
There it is.
There it is.
That laugh is both me, the player, laughing, and also Hector actually laughing.
I'm gonna gently tap Cal, just like very gently on the shoulder. I'm sorry to bother you. Do you have some sort of protection over your phone?
What, you mean like antivirus or something?
I apologize.
I'm sorry about
What?
my team. This is
What's going on? Wait, Synapse, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Why is
Why are
everyone
you always
reacting as
angry?
if she did something wrong?
Thank you. I've done nothing wrong.
Drink
I'm
a
just
chicken.
curious.
technically it wasn't even her. She didn't know either.
Pretty sure it's
I didn't know shit.
just a stock model. I haven't installed anything, I don't think.
Weird. You said you had information for us, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Figured we might actually want to talk about that.
oh shit, yeah.
Should be prudent. I don't want to interrupt your meal. I mean,
Well, we can walk and talk, buddy.
that's fair.
Where
You
you
eat
from?
meats.
I'm not
I'm
sure
still
that-
eating mashed potatoes. I don't want to walk anywhere.
We can
What?
take them to go.
Oh. No,
Then we
I
can
don't
walk.
think he actually.
no, I literally just sat down. My ass is now decided. It's made a nice, comfortable ridge in the seat. I'm ready. I'm eating. I'm enjoying this. It's got it's dark and stormy. Let's dish. Let's spill the provincial tea. So, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm sure Gideon probably mentioned he extended
Gideon-
an invitation to my.
Gideon never mentions anything. He just goes and does it.
No, you
No,
just
I think
failed
he
to
did
pay
mention.
attention.
That tracks actually. Probably.
Yeah, I think he did mention it when we were talking to Liberty Lass.
Indeed, you just failed to pay attention as usual.
I'm wounded.
No, I think he was actually taking care of Synapse.
My statement stands.
Did you get injured?
No.
Innocent.
Please, by all means, explain.
It's really not important.
Yes, please
I'm here
continue
for it,
with
though.
your information.
There was a slight incident. It's perfectly fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, that's good. Anyway, given that it was a rather strange, let's just say the sales pitch needed work. It was kind of we have a secret clubhouse, but it also got destroyed by Hydra. But you should come hang out. So I decided to do a little digging into this mysterious gentleman and where he might have came from and who he might be, who might be after him. Interestingly, didn't find out a whole lot about him other than he's old money.
Welcome
Almost.
to the last couple weeks of our lives.
Almost disturbing lack of information, honestly. But
Where are you from?
Gideon is going to take out a notebook and make a little note and then put it back into the inside pocket of his jacket.
Where you from?
originally, currently,
Originally?
well, I was born in Cape Fear, North Carolina. So,
There it is. Gotcha.
no, been all over the world a bit, but been hanging in Seattle most recently.
It's really wet here. It rains a lot.
It does.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a depression kink or like, you like stormy days, and
It's not hot. I've
it
been
is
a lot of
not.
hot places. I'm kind of over being hot, honestly.
I'm a New Yorker, so it is what it is.
I thought I heard some East Coast up in there.
No, it's just Yeah, it's home. Manhattan, a little bit of Lower East Brooklyn, Far Rockaway too. It's long story. Long story. Long story. Don't worry about it.
Well, needless to say, there wasn't a whole lot on Interpol about Gideon, but there was.
Interpol.
I called the guy.
Oh, I like you. Just sits back.
Try
You have
not
connections
to
with the feds?
What's that?
You're an agent?
No.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah. That is one by the police. What?
Shut up. Synapse may or may not be in trouble with the law.
Yeah. Zan's gonna just lean over to her and just be like, okay, there is no quicker way to be suspicious than to ask people nervously if they're a cop.
Is that a social thing? Am I supposed to know that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
Hector
play it
leans
cool.
over. Yes, it is a social thing. People take it as a sign of suspicion.
oh. I
You're also-
apologize.
Not whispering that quietly, honestly.
Yeah, we are.
Don't mind them. They're just, that's what they do.
I would like to, at this point, re-engage the telepathic network. So I could just be like, is this better? Into their brains.
When you say that, because I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
this has
probably would have been a
happened to
better
Hector.
idea.
I don't think this has happened to Hector before. He looks around in confusion.
Oh, it's me.
Okay.
Synapse.
This is going off the rails far too quickly because none of you is apparently capable of understanding what I'm trying to do here. In the
You wanna make
spirit
us a
of
team.
openness, yes, and that requires openness with each other. So if you are going to establish telepathic communication, I would be very much thankful if you did so with our guest as well.
Would you mind? I can do that for you.
Are you
We
gonna be rude?
don't.
I need you to be quiet, all right? Don't be weird. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
It's not so bad, man. She's seen my OnlyFans content, so it's all good.
It's almost like
I gave her
a knock at the door to your brain. Just like it's a little bit unsettling, but it's as if she's knocking to get you to open up that connection.
Rarely ever settle.
Yeah,
he'll-
give me this one's logic, right?
Oh God.
Yeah. Logic check. 16! With a 5 on the marble die for the most useless shit.
Best rolls are the ones where you don't need them.
Yeah.
Trying to decide whether or not you'd actually notice.
I have been in a lot of people's heads, so if there's something particularly unique, if Cal has a passenger like I do, I would probably get like a secondary echo. I wouldn't be able to pick out what it
Do that.
is,
Yeah,
but it'd be like,
definitely it's an afterthought, but it's sort of presence, but you're not communicating. Sort of just there. It's sort of a cloud, a dark shadow on his psyche. So it's there, and he's there, and he's perfectly fine. You're able to communicate. You're able to establish the network, but it's just sort of it's like everyone else is there, and you all have your me's, your emojis in a Zoom meeting, let's say. But one of you has a green screen and the rest of you don't.
well,
You don't know what's behind the green screen.
is this
Amazing how that
alright?
worked.
She's
Great
gonna,
analogy.
That's
she's just gonna speak very calmly into your brain. Is this alright? Is this causing any discomfort or anything?
No, I think it's all right. Just tread carefully.
Your thoughts are your own. I have no interest in actually knowing any of them. And For what it's worth, I do filter out a lot of secrets that everybody else has, so I'll do the same for you.
I don't have secrets.
I also
Great.
filter out a lot of the chatter.
Is that why you asked
They can
about
do.
federal agents? Secrets?
Yes, definitely. She's blinking a little bit weird.
To
Um,
further the spirit of openness of this, I would also like to confirm what you probably already suspect, Cal. The fact that you haven't found anything on me is because I have been very diligent in erasing many informations about me. The old money that I come from is actually my money. I am actually older than my money since I had to reestablish my fortune a couple of times. I was born in 1825 and have since failed to stay dead several times.
I mean, if you're going to fail upwards in any aspect of your life, that's a good one to pick, I got to say.
It would seem so, certainly.
Wow. That
How'd you
explains a
do-
lot.
How'd your Dawkins tell me?
Excellent. Great choice. Got a good read for people.
That's kind of my job. It's what I used to do. Oh, I'm a tattoo artist too. So I always,
Nice.
need a tat.
Yeah, I might hit you up on that if we
Hey,
get this
yeah,
whole
that's
whole
fine.
thing together.
That's
Haven't had
totally
one
fine.
in a long time.
What is a long time? Is it like Gideon Price long time? What
Well,
is that?
no, a normal people's long time. So when I was
I
in
mean, well,
service.
he kind of looks. We're not all normal. This guy's eating like a truckload of food. Chicken,
That's fair.
green
Also,
vines.
that much asparagus, there's going to be a smell. So he's
Oh,
okay.
look, it's gonna make him piss like hardcore.
Yeah.
However, we need to get you like some content because people go in for that. You can make like 3,000 like a video. It's pretty cool.
Well, like dietary recommendations.
Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, that's a great title. Part 1.
I believe that we had information to be shared. No offense, Brown Recluse.
Good for your colon.
God,
That
like
opens up a whole.
Gideons. That's scary. The fuck?
It does, in fact, open up a hole. Yes.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Wow, we're on it today. Yeah. So anyway, in looking into Gideon and also knowing that somebody was after you, or at least decided to blow up your clubhouse, I got a little more information. So the people that have been keeping an eye on you, that you keep running into, they are the type that show up on Interpol, actually. Pretty high level stuff. It's a little weird, honestly. I don't know what you did or who you pissed off, but these Hydra guys, they're like international terrorist level stuff, like agency boogeyman. But they've apparently been teaming up with some superpowered cats that all got this like.
Superpower is a bit of an overstatement. They're cyborgs at the most.
They seem to have this running snake theme. It's not quite the normal Hydra fare, but
No, they go down pretty easily when you break their snake-themed gadgets.
This is a fact.
They can actually pack a punch when you don't.
Though Synapse seems pretty good at holding them down. I noticed when I walked in.
sound like a Dommy Mommy thing, or
No, like literally pinning them down with telekinesis. Like the guy
Yeah.
could not move,
So
and
like
I
a
got to
dummy
kick him in
mommy
the
thing.
You
face super hard.
should really join this place, man. Like I can see us going places. Like, are you married? You got kids? Anything?
no.
Okay, so you're perfect. Like prime rib beef. So yeah, perfect. You need a manager.
Puts down his food when he says that. Just gonna take a moment to process that before I continue eating.
So we're looking for cats that are on Interpol. Gideon wants you to join us. He's also insulted me twice tonight and said he wouldn't mind a duel. Synapse is a little tipsy. Still Aegis is still Aegis. And Mr. Hector here is eating for 6 people. And wait, are we missing someone?
Speaking of, the waiter has been waiting at the table. Camarero comes around, and I see by the lack of chatter, everybody's hopefully enjoying
Everyone's
their meal.
just staring at each other.
Is there anything I can get for anybody?
Could I have a pina colada, please?
Got it. Pina colada.
I would like a refill on the house soda.
Done.
Did I pick up anything with my scan, by the way?
Not yet. Hold on.
This waiter's gonna have a gun. I know
And
it.
Gideon Price, you waved him
Poison.
over and in a mumble request. Absolutely, sir. Anything I can do.
Excellent. And I will have an old fashioned on top of that.
Extra on the old. And could I get some garlic steak butter to go on like the steak? And another one,
Absolutely.
medium, please.
And points to Cal Winters for yourself.
Yeah, no, I'll do. Just give me a filet medium rare.
Perfect.
Great taste.
And Serafina.
I think she's focusing on this scan thing that she's doing, and I totally wasn't shitposting.
He's like, would you like a refill on your daiquiri?
It's
Yeah.
the same one, right? The one without the alcohol.
Oh, a non-alcohol. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Yes, please. It's really nice. Thank you, Ellen.
Nothing. Just
Did you actually give her alcohol, or?
No. I was going to though if you hadn't asked for it.
Yeah, no, she's
I was
no,
like, so close.
no.
Very smart.
Has the waiter walked away yet?
Nope. That's the heck. And yourself? Anything else?
I look down at my plates. I think I'm done eating for now.
You sure?
The waiter looks at Gideon. Looks back at you. Looks at Gideon.
My instructions stand.
Done. And he walks away.
Check out the ass on that guy, right?
Synapse rolled a 19 to use her machine telepathy. With an M on the marble dice, no less. Because useless rolls. To
Yeah, I just wanted to scan to make sure that we weren't being followed.
check the cameras in the restaurant. Nothing untoward. Nobody suspicious looking. Everybody looks regular, patrony. Nobody stands out as peering over their menus, looking at you the entire time. Absolutely nothing untoward.
I'd like to keep doing that periodically while we're here. I doubt that anything will come of it, but she's very worried about people, so that's what she's kind of just
I'd
doing.
ask if you thought I was the kind of narrator that would ask.
Yes,
you
you
to do
are the
something
kind of
at a
narrator.
restaurant,
You would.
but you'd probably
Yes.
just say yes.
Yes,
I did.
And she would be correct.
Judgmental.
unequivocally so.
You can't even be
Judgmental
safe in
of
the
all
hot
of
shop.
Yes. Anyway, so I had assumed that our first place of gathering would somehow be attacked, seeing as not all of us are good at keeping a low profile. So the headquarters that I had taken
talking
you all
about, I
to
wonder?
was a distraction. I have, in the meantime, equipped the actual headquarters, including underground access tunnels. Do not play with your phone while at dinner.
He might be working, to be honest. He was taking a picture of that steak.
I do not care.
Look.
What? I was taking a picture of the food, kind of a thing.
The worst century yet.
Oh, come on. We got the internet.
Yeah, didn't the 12th
That
century have like
is-
a whole plague that wiped out 75% of Europe?
I don't think
Pretty sure that one was
I don't
worse.
think he-
Inquisition.
think he was alive for that.
But yeah, I think he meant that he had
The
experienced
Crusades.
was my assumption.
Anyway,
Early 19th had polio.
Are you okay, man? Because you're feeling kind of, I'm getting angry vibes off of you.
He got thrown through a building wall. He's a little sore.
I can get you a massage.
please do
I'm
not. I will be fine in a couple of days. However, I would very much. Yes, it takes time to regenerate.
Okay, I was curious how fast your whole deal happens.
Like a starfish?
If I am killed, I usually come back to life within the hour, and after that, it takes up to 3 days for me to completely heal up.
If we're gonna do this team up thing, don't tell Beholder any of that. She's gonna want to do experiments. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Wait, who?
Yes, I assumed as much.
As one of my associates is very science motivated.
Indeed.
Hot into it.
Another thing that this side of the team would lack.
Oof.
I disagree.
Fair.
As long as they don't try to poke me.
I'm right
good.
here, dude.
I was like,
Technology.
Synapse is right.
Technology and engineering's not really, well, it is science, but it,
I mean, no one's asked me. I'm the one with my doctorate, but fuck me, I guess.
What's your doctorate in?
What science?
he's a literal rocket scientist.
Literally, it's
He is actually very intelligent. He just prefers to hide it behind pornography and promiscuity.
oh, you make it sound so.
I don't know
great.
that. I don't know that those two things are mutually exclusive. Honestly,
I mean, when I was
Right.
getting my master's degree, I found them to be honestly quite connected most of the time.
Wow,
connected to
Like-
getting a degree.
it's like when I was sitting outside and my dissertation was getting destroyed, but I was like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. They don't call me Dr. Webhead for no reason.
They don't.
Am I the only one here who hasn't gone to college?
Why are you being such an asshole to me? What did I do to you? Like, what?
Technically, I haven't been to college
I-
either.
Okay.
Like, I know you.
I don't believe that it counts as having gone to college. I don't think it was called that back then.
It wasn't, but okay. Wait, you've not been to school?
I've been to plenty of schools, usually to teach.
Shh, not you. Zan,
Right?
you haven't been to school?
I've done, like K through 12. Haven't gone to college.
Why not? Wasn't your thing?
It's expensive.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, you are. May
Would
I?
you like to?
Uh,
I think you may have short circuited him, so don't do that. Okay, yeah. I choose to hide my intelligence under pornography and promiscuity. I'm not promiscuous, dude. You don't know me. I don't have bodies just hanging around.
I mean, as long as everybody's open with their communication, I don't know that that's necessarily a problem.
Yeah, I do talk. I'm like, hey, what goes here? What doesn't go here? What can I do? Yeah, have conversations.
Which is all fine. I wasn't judging you on your activities. I was just saying that you hide other qualities behind them.
It sounds kind of judgmental, like 19th century.
Yes, as I said, in being open in communication with all of you. I do judge a lot of you for a lot of things.
But
Yeah,
do
that's fair.
you like being judged for you and your stuff?
I have been through the Cold War, behind the Iron Curtain. I am
He
very
was
much
literally
used to judgment.
executed.
Several times.
Yeah.
I know that, but we had this conversation that he was like, the Civil War was this. And I was like, what?
So we were talking about superhero things, yeah?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Might I suggest, quite politely, that if we're going to talk about more sensitive topics, we don't do it in public.
Zan
I thought you were still
did
in-
say that last bit in his head. Like if the
Oh, yeah.
connection was still up, Zan was saying that last bit in his head.
I like to think that she has that connection just on like a low buzz in the background. So when you're talking to each other, it's drowned out. But if you want to use it, you can.
So what else we got going, Glucose Daddy? What else you want to do? Let's get Cal on board. I like his. Hold on. For you, I'm going to do it old school. I like his moxie.
That's far too modern.
Oh, come on,
Grit. You should have said grit.
Brett. Oh,
Oh, Moxie and Greg came out around the same time.
Oh.
My mom says them a lot.
how old is your mom?
She's not 200.
No,
That's
she
an
just grew up
assumption.
on Western films.
Like Bonanza, all that stuff.
More the ones that were released in Mexico.
I can't think I know anyone from Mexico.
I would very much like to take all of you to the actual headquarters once we are done with dinner.
Absolutely.
I'm full if you're good to go. I can get
You
the rest
said
of
you
this.
are not yet full, so you are getting another order of everything.
Do you want me to get it to go so we can go and do the HQ?
There is no hurry, I'm sure. And besides, from what I've seen, I do not believe that it will take a long time for you to finish. Probably as long as it takes me to enjoy an old-fashioned the proper way.
Honestly, I could probably get it done in about 10 minutes if I don't rush.
Make it
That's if
20.
you're not rushing.
I grew up in a family. I was the only boy in a family of 4.
Oh.
Pressure. I'm the only one in my family that did not go the other route with my education.
To space?
No, become a plumber.
Oh.
I want to be a plumber.
Tradespeople are important.
They are very important, but I actually like to play and crack and not actually, have the crack, yeah. No.
So
Oh, okay.
to get back up a bit back on track, and he's saying this in his brain. So what we know so far is that for some reason, according to what I've heard here, 1, Gideon's first base got attacked. 2, it got attacked by a group of people who are Hydra, but they're for some reason working with snake-themed costumed people.
I think that might be reverse. I think the snake themed people are being hired by Hydra.
Yeah,
At least
that's
that seems like
actual console.
the deal they have going on.
That's the
Like they
impression I
didn't
got.
seem they didn't seem like big heavy hitters.
What
They
is
apparently have some kind of company. They're calling it Serpent Solutions or something.
serpents?
That's
That
terrible. No, it's very on the nose. And it's
Looks around everybody. Feels like we're going to need a bigger boat.
I'm tentatively
Mm.
curious. We've been chasing this gang around called the Serpents. And I'm like, that's either like the world's biggest coincidence or that this is all related somehow.
It does bring us to the very interesting point of the crystal issue that we have all been dealing with.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I have a question, Mr. Cal.
sure.
Uh,
It's just Cap.
have you? Oh, okay. Have you heard of a Morgan Le Fay?
You mean like from King Arthur?
Yes, exactly.
The way he says that kind of scratches the back of my brain. It's kind of cool.
I mean, I've heard of the legend. Why?
Oh, we think she may or may not, one, actually exist, and two, kind of be involved in the whole crystal thing. Or
Interesting.
yeah, we have an associate who. Okay, I have no idea where he went, but he's an elf. He is a straight up elf, and seems to have
Elf on
some
the
kind of
Shelf.
more like more like a elf from Lord of the Rings, but
Oh, interesting.
he's got this whole deal with the crystals and
Hashtag not sponsored.
yeah, he seems to know who Morgan Le Fay is, and
know,
she
we-
might, yeah.
We do have an associate who unintentionally imbibed some of this drug that's been going around.
I'm sorry, what?
You're familiar with
Well-
the drug, right? The glitter.
Oh, that's what
somebody's
the rat and the rhino were freaking out on.
That's not. We
Oh.
fought some rats that were hopped up on the stuff. Yeah.
Wait, which rhino? Oh, the one I beat up.
The
Which rhino?
the
Has
one
there been
where
more than one
we
rhino?
learned.
Wait, he died?
What? No, the rhino you hit a lot in the groin area. The
Oh,
literal rhino.
Yeah.
Not the
This-
not the weird
Yeah.
weird guy on the other coast.
My old-fashioned smack-a-sack. Yeah, I gotcha.
Anyway, apparently that people have been grinding up these crystals and snorting them, basically, which seems terrible for your health, even if it wasn't
That is
magic and juju. But
horrible.
yeah,
We hit those crystals a lot and nothing happened to them. Like, how are they grinding them?
we're working on a plan to find out. Regardless, one of my associates was accidentally exposed to it directly, and something happened. Said some weird stuff about vision or something. Somebody named Mab.
Mab.
It's pretty cryptic. I don't know. It's not the thing.
Does this ring a bell?
Solstice.
Would this ring a bell if we had an elf?
Well,
Did Solstice tell us about the vision that he saw?
Remember. Best
Because
of
if
my
it did-
recollection, he told you vagueness, but he didn't tell you anything specific.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever gone into specifics.
Does the name Mab, well, let's say the word Mab, ring any bells?
If someone hadn't taken my phone away, I could do a Google search.
Come on, you have spy.
Nobody has taken your phone away.
You said I wasn't allowed to use it.
Correct. That is not taking it away.
Do you want me to look it up now?
You may.
Should take out our phone. Google search, please.
Ooh.
Okay, Google. I
I
just
hope
set off
you have better luck
everybody's.
than. Hope you have better luck than me. All I'm finding is mitochondrial antibodies.
Last time somebody
Imagine-
said my actual
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah.
something home actually kicked in, so it started yelling at me too. But yes, in Google,
I imagine it's Mab from like Celtic mythology.
Mad.
in fact, is Mab at least in some iterations, in some circles, and some legends, it's her entire an entity unto itself in Celtic mythology. There is also connection to Mab being the one and the same. There's a Reddit speculation that Mab is in fact more Bay, but that might be from the Dresden Files. But the general consensus, or at least the largest prevailing theory, is that Mab is an identity or a name or an iteration of the Winter Queen, of the unseelie thing, who is the diametrical opposite and sort of co-ruler to Oberon, who is the Summer King. And they operate in a cycle where one takes the reins of the command of the Feywild, the Feyworld, and then the other sits back and waits for their turn to, and the endless cycle of seasons continues.
Mm-hmm.
Seasons often represented on Soulbeam's, or not Soulbeam, excuse me, Synapse's meter. You've noticed him now, he's changed seasons twice. He literally sort of changes his aspect.
I would share this information with everybody.
So all of this seems to be connecting towards. We did get warned. I cannot remember in what capacity, but we did get informed/warned about an invasion that was going to happen.
Who was that by?
I think it was Solstice, but well, I think it was the very first elf
Very first
we
episode.
encountered. I think.
The other elf you encountered.
Yeah. Well, for the very first elf we encountered. So these crystals seem to be the way I would go about invading another plane of existence would be I would first send probes to learn things about it. These crystals seem to be interacting with all sorts of life and unlife alike. We've seen we've seen inanimate objects become animate by the crystals. We've seen the crystals interact with living things. We've seen them seemingly enhance the life force of living things. It made things bigger. It made things more dangerous. Then there is this drug that seems to be acting in some way. There is this idea of visions happening, which implies that there is some sort of communication with their home realm going on. And all of this seems to be connected to elves somehow, and fae.
Gary,
And
are you an
now-
elf? He's just having an internal thought. He's not going to interrupt you.
Okay.
What, I didn't hear what the internal thought was.
If
I was
Gary
just
was an elf.
Asking Gary if he was an elf.
What?
Would I hear?
Wow.
Because he's got the telepathic network still up.
You would hear his side.
Yeah, I would hear him.
So
And you almost hear an echo, a spectral, a reverberation, as though it's like you're underwater and it's sort of an audio played back, so it's very, very muffled, almost imperceptible, but you rolled quite high. And if I remember correctly, it was also a fantastic success. 15 with an F, with an M.
19 with an M.
Oh, the one before.
Oh,
To establish the link.
6. Yeah.
What? Why? Oh,
Well, I just mean, if these things come from wherever the elves come from, and you were in this thing, how did you get in this thing?
that.
I was just saying, well, if these things come from where the elves come from, and you were in this thing, then how did you get in this thing?
I was drawn to that yard, same as you.
Were you here when that happened, or were you there?
Friends are looking at you.
Oh, don't mind me. That's
Synapse is looking at you, but everyone else, I think, would just be moving on in the conversation.
I think you're muted, Alejandro.
No, I was miming talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
that was very well done. We thought you were muted.
Very well done. We thought you were muted. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Watermelon,
So yes,
watermelon,
it seems that we have all been dealing with the same issues, with the same source. One more reason for us to join forces and try to figure this out. More concerned with the whole thing I am with regards to Hydra being seemingly interested in this whole thing.
Yeah, that part. I mean, it could just be as simple as they want these things for themselves. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they're obviously
Fair.
powerful. But
Yeah, like weren't they real big into magic in World War II?
Yes, they were. I mean,
this whole thing,
allegedly.
I include myself and my associates in this, so don't take offense, but this seems way out of our depth if it goes that high.
It might be, but who else is going to take care of it?
I mean, I agree. I don't want to come in here, and as far as I know, we're what we got. But just so we're all aware that we, are potentially biting off something much larger than we can collectively chew.
Indeed.
Yes.
So you're right
Someone
that
else.
that one can chew a lot, obviously. But
Well,
I'm a bastard.
this
oh,
is a
and
really,
please carry on.
this is just a really good drink, man.
They do make them good hair. Synapse, was it? Is that how you prefer to be addressed? Is there something else I should call you?
Oh, you can call me Serafina if you like. I don't mind.
Wait, are you guys from like the same place?
I don't know. Where are you from?
That is an excellent question that I did not come up with when I was making this character.
We're not sure where our accents are exactly.
Whoopsie.
Where are you from? What are you, fucking fed?
Whoopsie. Hello.
The fuck up, man! Good God. But in character, she's just gonna kind of like shrug. Oh, I'm from all over. I don't
Around.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been traveling for a while.
Selfies.
I'd said that as well. Yeah.
Can understand that. Regardless, which do you prefer? I mean, how would you like to be addressed? It has nothing to do with my comfort or preference.
Well, when I'm out here looking relatively normal, not as. She does the weird gesture with her hands to kind of indicate superhero identity when I'm not that. Seraphina's fine.
Well, Serafina, to quiet whatever concerns you had, and in the interest of honesty, since we're having this conversation, used to be in the military. That's why I have those connections. I'm retired now, just a social worker.
I appreciate that. It's just a little bit nerve-wracking dealing with federal agents. It's just, I don't mean to imply anything. They just freak me out, those suits and that very sharp demeanor. And as she's saying this, her gaze does kind of drop over to Gideon. just be like, because he looks like a Fed. I mean, on some people it could work, but on a lot of the federal agents, it tends to be quite. Plus, as a mutant, it's kind of difficult dealing with authority.
Well, yeah,
Understandable.
can't be.
Are you about done with your food, Hector?
Yeah.
It's been done the whole time.
Yeah.
You look every single. The plates are like stacked up close to his
Yeah.
head when he sits up straight, and each one is spotlessly clean.
Excellent. Then perhaps I will take care of the bill, and then we can move on to the headquarters.
I got the tip.
Sorry, that was my brain. Sorry.
You were thinking it, we were thinking it, everyone here was thinking it, right?
Which one?
Yep.
But we had to know.
What? I said something
Yeah.
completely innocuous. No.
All right, so we're now going to the HQ.
Yes. Settle up, and then we're gonna head to the HQ.
Shotgun.
Everybody clears and everything, stands up, leaves the restaurant, and it's a good time for us to take a quick break. So join us again in about 5 minutes. Everybody go get hydrated, get a snack, bring some back for the rest of us, and we'll see you in 5.
Four.
Lucky catch. All right. Welcome back. When we left off, the group had taken a nice RP journey through a meal. Nice family, wholesome conversation, nothing untoward, but a lot of revelation. So proud. That everybody seems to be putting all the puzzle pieces mostly together. You almost have a frame. That's awesome.
We almost know we're working on a puzzle.
You almost know that there's something going on. That's great.
Fuck yeah.
From there, everyone decided to leave and decided to take a drive to a new location where the headquarters has been mostly being developed.
Yeah, Gideon has offered to take us to a second location, and we blindly accepted.
Back over your heads.
That's
and
so
we're
sorry.
all- yeah, no.
That's how we're replacing the fast. He's had enough of this, and he's only keeping Gideon.
No. 6 completely new characters.
New players
Fall,
too.
everyone dies.
Yeah.
All dead. No. TPK. So we're going to fast forward through the trip because I'm not going to be mean and throw, a random, bank robbery. Terrible. And so Gideon drives into more or less the warehouse district or thereabouts, if I'm remembering the location and the address correctly, of what appears to be an abandoned brewery.
I would have, by the way, driven in such a way as to make sure that we are not being followed by anyone other than Cal.
And I'll make sure to do a quick scan of everyone's electronics to make sure that we're not broadcasting our locations.
Very good.
Cool.
Can't imagine who'd be doing that.
Yeah, please disable Brown Recluse's
Location.
access to the internet.
Done.
Thank you.
No, I'll just turn off the location tracker and
Only through
like
the secure
geotags.
channels. And while we are driving there, I'm also going to say I would also appreciate if you spend some time
Everyone's feeling targeted right now. Everyone, I would like to
setting up. Yes, that's right and proper. Setting up the security measures for the internet access and everything that has to do with that side of things once we're there.
I can do that.
This is where we're ad-libbing a lot of this stuff. Just
Hey,
so-
what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Going to a new base.
I was just taking a
Making sure we
selfie,
don't get hacked.
posting on Instagram. What are we talking about?
Also, Raylan, I am turning off your location trackers and geotags in your phone, if that's all right with
Wait.
you.
Wait, I've never had them on.
Oh, they're always on, sweetie.
No, I turned mine off.
No. Every time you update, it turns them back on. That's actually a thing, by the way. That is a thing that happens. Every time you update your phone, it does turn them back on.
That's a bunch of stuff that you have to turn back off.
I turned it off.
You go into the phone, it is indeed turned off.
No. My apologies, Sam.
I just
I just want to be sure that.
I mean, you've got like
to be
4
fair, I'm
phones
turning everyone. Yeah,
in your bag.
I'm turning everyone's off. I'm turning all of the location trackers on everyone's phones off.
I mean that's
As we're
fine.
going here.
I mean that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not a liability like that though, so I don't let you know.
No. I didn't think you were. I was just saying because you had your phone in your hand at the time.
Oh yeah, I was just checking on my
Gideon drives in wise silence.
I'm going also to knock on Cal's brain just because he's driving in the car behind us, right? And just be like, can you make sure to turn off your location and geotags on your phone, please, before you enter this place?
You're going to torment Synapse with the one phone that she can't.
Gideon already fucking does that.
He's on a motorcycle, so it's just like my hands are kind of busy right now, but sure. Once we
Fine, let me do it.
Oh, never mind. I guess. Yeah.
Why she want you to turn it off? They're gonna kill you.
I
Are they
mean,
taking you to somewhere quiet to snuff you like a mob hit?
Am I hearing this?
Sort of muffled, sort of like almost like it's added to with a chorus of like a dozen other whispers. But
To be fair,
none of them are, all of them are the voice and none of them are.
there are so many incidental thoughts running through people's brains that Synapse probably wouldn't be paying too much attention to each and every
Like,
one. So if it
Is
just
Hal
sounds like
Winter just
another...
paranoid? Or does he actually have somebody in his brain?
right. Yeah, it could just be stream of consciousness. I mean, to be fair, lots of people have tried to kill me, and they're the first ones that ever bought me dinner first. So
Can I just quickly say to Aegis, reassuring someone that you don't plan to kill them, does that come across as like a social faux pas, like what I did with the agent thing?
A little bit, yeah. It's another one of
Don't
those
bother.
things where when you say it, it kind of sounds like you're planning to do it.
Trust me, I'm not totally going to kill you.
He seems a little bit worried about that. So I wanted to assure him, but I also don't want to make him worry more. So
And
with bad
also, it
things.
might come off. It might come off as you're spying on him if he's having these thoughts privately.
True. In my defense, I was just in his brain. Like I was literally just talking to him, but no, that's fair. I do prefer to leave people's thoughts as their own, for the most part.
So,
I guess I'll let me say something later. Go on. Sorry.
no. Yeah.
No,
The group, pulls up to a parking garage. And Gideon Price drives into the parking garage, standard neutral sort of thing, goes down the little loop on the one side, basement, drives toward a wall, hits a button. Garage door opener, essentially. The wall itself slides open. You basically see on the inside, essentially, continuation metal walls driving you in. The thing slides shut behind, I'm assuming, Cal, who follows through. And you drive for a short distance, and I'm going to basically base all of this off of memory from what I can remember of a map. To essentially a parking garage, but a bit more tech. There's a couple of parking spots that basically appear to be large circular spaces where there is parked another kind of car. You only gave 10. All right, I'm being sassed in the text. You gave us.
you should not be reading the shitpost channel while live. That's not my fault.
I'm giving you the sub basement. You gave us a level. I'm giving you the sub basement.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. We're using your thing deliberately. But yes, the sub basement, basically parking space. Cars are there. He pulls up, parks on a thing. The circular piece raises, rotates, parks or sort of aims the car into a direction where you can then drive straight back out. Everyone now can basically disembark and shit up as they go. Until they get up to the floor where Synapse or Sparrow designed.
Don't do it as a pity thing. Like, dude, I was making a joke. Fuck off.
We're using Sparrow's floor.
For clarification, for everybody watching, I made a map earlier today, right? And I put that shit together in a few hours, which was kind of impressive for me because I don't make maps normally. I'm not good
It
at
was
them.
very impressive.
And so I was just making jokes in chat that, clearly you didn't like the map because you're like, no, I'll describe it. I'll go off of memory. And now they're just going to use it as a petty thing, and it's going to make me so sad.
No, we're not going to use it as a pity thing. We just added another room to Gideon's base. So now your map is one of the levels.
Don't you put me in a basket with someone?
You did choose the right box, though.
Oh, very dare.
Wow, is this the spot? This is it.
Perhaps the first thing to be addressed is right adjacent to this is a connecting workshop for you, Zan. So that you can also directly deliver and work on vehicles if you so choose.
Yes.
We've
lost Zan. It's fine.
I've equipped it, again, as I said, I've equipped everything according to the lists you guys have given me, plus some additional things. These are the actual real deal. Please do not get possessed again about it. If things get lost, damaged, or somehow otherwise rendered unfunctional, I will get you new ones.
Ah,
I didn't mean to get possessed.
There's a bus now.
I'm sort of only indirectly
Synapse is
talking
on.
to you. I am much more directly talking to what did possess you to cool it when it
Just
comes to
taxi
resources.
everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, hey, pay attention to this.
Just
Actually
No.
got possessed. I thought that was a metaphor.
I'll explain after, by the way,
that
what
was
actually happened.
It
that
was a ordeal.
that was less of a metaphor, unfortunately. At any rate, right connecting here, you have the workshop for Yuzan. I have generally endeavored to make the floor plan such that all of the living essentials are covered in a different wing of the complex, so that, well, as the proverb goes, we do not shit and work in the same place.
Well, there. That's a proverb. Why would you shit and work in the same place?
Exactly.
Like,
Um,
seems common sense to me, but I suppose common
It-
sense ain't
it-
exactly that.
it used to not be. A lot of things that are common sense used to not be common sense.
Damn. That actually explains a lot.
Yes.
I mean, it had to come from somewhere.
How many ways in you got to this place?
Several.
Oh yeah, I had a question about security for a while. So you said this place is like super secure and what have you, tripwires and biometrics or whatever Cold War stuff you got going on. And he'll just take out the mask and it's like, I doubt I'm the only person who can phase. So do you have like any precautions against phasers?
Set the stun.
Um, I have I have not as of yet found a effective way to keep phasing individuals out. That might be something of a project for you to tackle, perhaps with the help of Beholder.
Build something that can stop me. Got it.
Exactly.
Oh, she'll enjoy that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. At any rate, we can proceed beyond the parking garage. And Gideon will lead you kind of like to a part of the building where there's also stairs and an elevator going up. Obviously, we need both ways to access this place. They both lead into a room which is kind of largely empty, has like some seating arrangements, and has these sort of basically it's kind of like a ready room. So it's got like that's basically the suit up place. So it's got kind of vaults or vats, however you want to call them, kind of like the way when you think of the Bat Cave, for instance, to kind of like cross over to a different kind of franchise. Kind of like the way he has like those tubes where his different suits are in a lot of the both comics and animated shows. That's kind of like what's going on here, except that they are empty. This is where you can hold suits or equipment that you might need. The idea is for it to be a room for everyone to suit up or get ready if in case of emergency, basically. And then we can proceed on to the science and tech or research and development wing. This is where you will find both Synapse's computer lab, a research lab for Beholder. You might wish to get in contact with regards to a list of specific items to be acquired for it. Cal,
Yeah.
I'm perfectly willing to provide most, if not everything.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yes, I was about to add a rider. I would like to avoid radioactive things.
Especially when they're bees. That's a good call.
Yes.
Bees?
No radioactive bees. Thank you.
I do have a thing to ask. So this
Radioactive
little,
bee?
well, yeah, that too. But this little thing I can do, this telepathic network, I can keep that active. Well, I can reactivate it at any point.
Wait,
Would you be able to?
wait, you
Once
can-
I've communicated with someone, I can create it and keep it active at any point. Takes a bit of concentration, but
have you
you'll have a what? Done it while you're doing other stuff? It's none of my
yeah,
business.
but that doesn't answer the question.
That was
The
a
only
very
times
graceful
I've been
side.
in your head have been when we're on a mission. But I'm happy to keep that as a thing.
I mean, I don't mind.
I'm happy to keep it like it doesn't phase me. I can tune you guys out pretty well. And as someone that can kind of be part of someone else's thoughts, I do understand how important it is to have that privacy. But and she kind of looks a little bit nervous. I may check up on you guys from occasions just to make sure that you're well and not hurt. But I don't deep dive into anyone's brains or anything like that, I promise. But it is a question that I wanted to ask if you could pass it on to your team, if it would be all right for me to establish that network with them as well.
I mean, sure, I'm happy to ask. I don't imagine they'd have any issue. Well, at least most of them. But yeah, I can pass it along.
I appreciate it. It would just make it easier, given that I'm kind of really, really good at coordinating shit. It would be easier if I could contact everybody.
It's better than the group chat we got going. That's for sure.
We tried a group chat. Gideon didn't like my group chat.
I refuse to debase myself in such a way.
It does get busy. I gotta say, there's a lot of emojis.
Disgusting.
Emojis are fine. They're like hieroglyphics.
And I assure you, they are very much not.
I assure you, they are the same dang thing.
Do you? Are you certain you do not want to come back to my offer?
Well, grand picture of what there is.
At any rate, beyond the science wing, there is a number of training areas, shooting range, close combat training area, a gym, all of the necessities for.
We're not sure if we can call it a danger room yet.
Did you say Jim?
Yes, I will. I assume, however, have to stock up on weights and probably more durable equipment. You joined us as less of an expected factor.
Fair, and thank you.
But I'm sure I can find some old cars for you to lift in the meantime.
I know a Volkswagen's full of concrete. It's got to be heavy.
I wonder if I could use my telekinesis and increase, like, give you something to work against. I mean, if I could,
Spotter.
I mean, I could make things heavier. Well, technically, I could push down with my telekinesis on any of your weights.
Like an anti-spotter.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would be hellish in the gym. That's where I would go. Yeah, if you like, Hector. Anyway,
That might be a good idea.
One thing that I do need to ask, Caldi, does anyone on your team have any medical experience?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, hope is the more science motivated one, but I don't know that biology is particularly a topic that they get too deep into. I mean, I have some basic field training, but
I do have a rudimentary medical wing set up, but I might have to find some people to be on retainer for any medical emergencies needed. I do have to say that due to my own, let's call it a condition, I haven't actually been in need of medical attention all too often.
I know an EMT if you want me to like send her a text to talk with you.
Do you trust them?
Yeah. Yeah, they know who
Implicitly.
I am.
I see. That is a good lead. Perhaps perhaps I can talk to them. Get something set up. But we will need, like, I do assume that we will need access to some surgery capable persons sooner or later.
hope not.
I might know some people that are not necessarily
On the right
Officially-
On the radar.
on the radar. Yeah.
on the right path.
That's
So if-
probably the kind of person we are going to need. I would seek out exclusivity contracts with these people, however,
You know, make them sign the NDAs.
of course.
You keep doing that.
Just this is so good that Gideon comes back from the dead, because like just the number of heart attacks.
Like sitting in front of the equipment, just
Yeah.
But I could put out the word and see if we can't. I wouldn't want to bring any of them here, mind you, but they do have facilities in the city that if we needed to, we could.
Oh no, everyone who ended up being brought here would actually, who is not part of the team per se, would have to agree to living here.
oh,
That would keep them safe, though, if they were to live here.
Indeed.
But yeah, I can put out the word.
Rent? Like, is the rent covered, or is there rent?
I'm gonna point to my phone where Gideon's name is at the top.
Gideon is like literally looking at that like, are you serious?
I just look at that. Really? Ain't nobody paying no fucking rent, bro.
I don't know. He's got to get his money from somewhere.
I already do get my money
did
from
you-
a lot of somewheres.
Did you know that he's dead? You know, murdered type thing, Civil War person.
Oh, right. Communist gold. Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah. So a little bit of rich Tommy boy thing going on here. I don't know if you've ever seen that before.
I've never met anyone that's like, oh yeah, you can live here and work here, and been like, yeah, by the way, rent's free. Like, it's always been like, yeah,
like you said, worst century yet.
If you're working though, is it free or?
Also, very fair point.
Fair.
But if you like what you do, and it's not a job, it's just fun. You're just getting paid for it too.
That's exploitation.
I do have private quarters set up for anyone who wishes to use them. I am not forcing any of you to. I'm just saying you will have a safe space here to live, if you so please.
Do you have a safe space here?
Like I said.
I would appreciate that. I'd also like to
Certainly.
keep my apartment, though, just
Absolutely.
because if
Contingencies
I
are always
disappear-
good. I did not. Well, I did, but figuratively
like to-
speaking, I did not get to be this old without contingencies.
Yeah, if rent's free, I'll move in.
And you don't look a day over
My landlord's a jerk.
35?
As long as it's under 50, I think we're safe. Because he's approaching
long.
50.
So long as I'm able to call my mom, honestly, I'll move in here by the end of today.
Oh, wait, how much shit you
Certainly.
got?
Not much. I wasn't
Lucky.
supposed to be staying in Seattle, but I lost my job and I don't necessarily have enough after some medical expenses to afford a flight back to Santa Fe.
New Mexico?
hmm
Oh, is it because you took a wrong turn at Albuquerque?
Hmm. You see him go for a second, like to make sure he's understanding the phrase correctly? Yeah, let's go with that.
Yes, like I said, everyone who wishes to is welcome to move in immediately. The living quarters are relatively neutral because I did not wish to try to cater to everyone's tastes. You are welcome to provide me with lists of anything that you may wish to have for your private quarters. I will, of course.
Is there an age limit on this invitation, by the way? On either side?
Age limit?
Oh yeah,
What are you
I
trying to
forgot
say?
about that.
We just picked up a new colleague of sorts. She's rather young,
How young is young?
a child.
Ah,
Why is a child on your team?
That's what I said, but honestly, people were already shooting at her, and I figured she was safer with us than whatever she was about to go do.
Can she be trusted not to mess with my computers?
Probably, she seems nice.
So when you say
Yeah,
child, do you mean like teenager or like actually below 10 years old?
Not below 10, maybe a teenager somewhere. That's a range.
Okay. Because I got some stuff that like pre-workout and stuff that has way too much caffeine for a kid to have.
She's pretty short. Just put
We'll
her
need
in
to
a
keep her away
tall
from
bed.
Raylan's stuff.
what?
Yeah.
Wait
Yeah.
a
We
minute.
need to keep her
Yeah.
away from Raylan.
Raylan, I've seen your OnlyFans.
Right? Impressive.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Yeah, we should
exactly the
probably-
reason.
The old
We should probably
Spider-Man
block it from the
got
network.
To answer your
Yeah.
question, Cal,
Child
I
lock
do not
on the
know
internet.
what this child's situation is. If there is any sort of adult figure involved in taking care of them, or if
Apparently
then
not.
this, in that case, your team is probably her acts as her guardians, and thus it would need agreement from your team.
Why would you say keep her away from me? Like I'm
No, no, no. I said away from your stuff.
But Gideon said keep her away from Raylan. I'm speechless. I don't know what that
Because within the space of a fraction of a second, you went from the two of you, and he points at Synapse and Raylan. The two of you went from concern about the type of content that you produce to pride of it, which again is perfectly fine, but it is not suitable for a child, and you obviously do not possess a filter to protect a child from such things. Or at least, if you do, you have been fantastic at hiding it.
I honestly feel like you
Damnation
would-
with faint praise.
We'll just put some parental locks on the Wi-Fi. It'll be fine.
Gideon, I
you
feel
wanna
like
fight.
you're being unfair to Brown Recluse here. We haven't seen him interact with a child yet. We have no way of knowing if his lack of a filter is still in effect.
He has a point.
Um,
For what it's worth, I like the
thank
lack
you.
of filter. I think it helps. It's
just-
really nice to have someone that just says what they think, and I'm not supposed to try and intuit what they mean.
Raylon will just kind of turn around and walk down the hall. It won't say anything else.
Well, now you've made him upset.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, not you.
No, I think Gideon.
No, he means me.
Okay.
He would actually kind of spider up on the ceiling and just go.
Sad
Walking
spider
on the
noises.
Pulls out his phone, takes his picture of his feet. He's walking. And I think that's a good point where we.
That's where we're ending it.
That- we gotta
That's-
end it there.
That's what we're gonna end on.
It's
Sad-
too perfect.
Bad
Not.
feet pics.
I mean, yes. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us on this completely no combat, I might add. Kind of proud of that. thing where the team did not actually get into any kind of sort of battle or brawl in any way, and instead
I mean, a significant number of cows was
got
slaughtered.
a lot of there were a lot of cows. A lot of lore drop, a lot of information stitching together, make some semblance of a plan or at least a thought, and the team has a new base. So this is a good point. Those of them, of the players that have been playing this excessively for a while, unfortunately, Red Jaguar won't be able to participate with this just yet. Everybody gets the rank boost in stages, and they've been spending their experience on powers and the traits and other things that you would get normally. By moving to rank 2, you get them all in one shot. But in this instance, we've been giving them slowly to kind of allow that earned flavor development of characters to the last step, which I have selfishly withheld from all of them until now. So, unfortunately, not Red Jaguar, but everyone else is now ranked 2.
Yes.
Nice.
With commensurate bonuses to their damage modifiers and etc. And now I can throw harder villains.
Yeah.
He gives with one hand. He takes.
Congratulations, guys.
So you're getting the
Finally
whole
earned it.
Serpent Society, not just one at a time.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Synapse will just go nuts, and it'll be fine.
Exactly.
On the upside,
Anyway.
Jaguar does get a ability point and a power because he's been in 2
Point
sessions.
empowered him. Yes. We have to give that in. But
I'm writing down my notes.
I need to focus. So let's go around real quick to tell everybody who you are and where you are and where you can be found and what you're up to. I'm going to start with John.
Oh, me. Hello. I'm John. I was playing Steel Aegis. I can be found on social media at Crims Bacon, CRIMS Bacon, not Grimm's Bacon, as it is sometimes misspelled. You can also find me on my own podcast, Bacon Flavored Podcast, where we just play random tabletop RPGs that contain neither paths to find or imprisoned dragons.
Sure. Alejandro.
Nice.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alejandro. I played Hector. You can find me on social medias at probably the best of 2 places. Number 1 being Instagram, where I go by The Greedy Dragon, and on YouTube, where I recently released my first video, and I'm working on the second with the same name. I hope you all enjoyed today's session. Subscribe to this channel so Mike can earn all of the praise he deserves. This is not a request.
Yeah, really.
He will otherwise eat you.
Eat like 20 steaks.
Right. That's fair.
Joe.
Greetings, everyone. This is Joe, better known as DJ Torador and Nolafanger on all the Twitters and socials. I've been playing Brown Recluse, the Seattle-based web Spider-Man, originally from New York, now a Seattleite, which sucks, who is now sulking in a room somewhere, hanging upside down. Maybe taking pictures, you don't know. Yeah. But I've had fun with this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Favorite us on your favorite YouTube or whatever thing that you're watching this on. And this is great. And ooh. Sorry, I love you.
You're lucky you're cute.
Speaking of sparrows.
Hi, I'm Lucky Red Sparrow. I've been mercilessly bullied by these people. Like I have not been in this shitpost this entire time, just like making fun of everything. You can find me over on my channel on Lucky Red Sparrow on Twitch, on YouTube, pretty much anything. I am the DM of Tavesful Tales, a Herring Brew D&D adventure with my own set of chaotic players who drive me up the wall and shitpost during my sessions, which is why I shitpost in other people's sessions. I am also on a quest to 100% Final Fantasy Online, so if you want to come see me suffer in that, I'm live every Thursday and Friday. So, yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Hey, I'm D, or Night Wanderer. That's Wanderer with an O. You can find me under that tag on the skies and the birds and all of the things. And by the time you see this, I will hopefully have begun streaming as well on Twitch under, again, Night Wanderer. That's Wanderer with an O. And I have played the absolutely normal, not at all judgmental, and not preconceiving Gideon Price.
And our guest, Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. You can find me most places on the internet at Soulbind. This evening I have been playing, this morning, what time is this there? This is in the morning. I've been playing Cal Winters, aka Dreadfire. When I'm not here, you can find me playing D&D on Twitch and YouTube at High Rock Games.
And I have been your hapless narrator, helplessly dragged through this chaos by these people. Help me, save me. I'm held against my will. No,
He's currently in my basement.
Let me out.
You get better internet from his basement than I do in my house.
And it was less damp than anything I can offer, so.
The benefit of working for a tech company.
You can catch my pre and post COVID adventures at Houseplay Adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok, CDN Captain America on the Bird app and now the Sky app. And this project has been consuming far more of my time than I anticipated in the first place, but it's been a labor of love the whole time. People are fantastic to work with, and new things keep happening, which keep me on my toes. At some point, I'd love to get back into a D&D thing, looking into that, and that may happen. It will be on this banner, and it will probably involve some of the same people, or differently, things to look forward to in the future. But anyway, onto that, thanks again for joining us, and we will see you next week. Here's Dick.
Bye.
Bye.
If no one answers